Hi, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. Today I'm going to show you how to create a jelly roll friendly block and quilt using Electric Quilt 8. Okay, I've opened Electric Quilt and I'm going to go ahead and design a quilt, or actually I'm going to design a block from scratch. And for this one, I'm going to be creating something I can do with jelly rolls, and I want to make a 12-inch block. So I'm going to go to new block, pieced, easy draw, and I'm going to set my width and my height of my block to 12 by 12. I'm going to set my snaps to 6 by 6, right? Because that's going to allow me to work in that 2-inch increment, which is my finished size, using my 2.5-inch strip. So I'm also going to set my graph paper to 6 by 6 as well. And I want to make sure the only snapping option I have on is snap to grid. So now, as I'm designing, everything that I design, I want to make sure snaps to one of those graph paper cell points. And that's going to work because my snap points are set at the same numbers as my graph paper cells. So anyway, I am going to use my line tool, which is, I'm in my drawing tools, and I'm going to start by just drawing a flying geese unit. Right, so that and that. And now what I'm going to do is create that same unit down below. And again, I'm still following the rules of the graph paper that I've set up, which means that this is 2-inch friendly or 2.5-inch friendly. And I could have drawn that all the way up. It really didn't matter. But once I've now created this, right, so I've got something that basically is designed to a 2-inch grid, and I'm going to use my pick tool and drag a box over all of it. And now in the advanced symmetry options, I'm going to click the flyout box and I'm going to select clone. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let that snap in place. And that's going to snap in place because I have my snaps set the way I do. Right? So I'm going to clone, do another group, and clone, do another group. So I've very quickly created a block using these flying geese units. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the color tab, and I'm going to color this block. And once I've got my block drafted and colored, I'm going to go ahead and add that to the project sketchbook. Now, since I started with a new project, I hadn't saved it, so it's going to ask me to do that. And I'm going to call this Jelly Roll, and select Save. Now what I'm going to do is go to my quilt work table, and I'm going to design a quilt around this. And so I'm going to use a new quilt, and I'm just going to start and go across on this ribbon bar, select a horizontal, and I'm going to go to the layout tab, and I'm going to change it to 3 by 3. Now it's very important that I use the same block size that I used for designing if I want to make this work. So I'm going to change my block size to 12 by 12. And I'm going to go ahead and put a 2-inch sashing, which would also be jelly rolls friendly. And I'm going to just click on Include Sash Border. So now I'm going to go to my Borders tab, and I'm going to change the border to 2 inches. And I'm just going to type in the 2. Because I have lock size adjustment set to all, I can just click on the slider bar below it. And I'm going to change this to corner blocks. And I'm going to add 2 more borders. I'm just going to clone the existing one and do 2 more adds. So now I can go to the Design tab, and I'm going to the Block Tools, and I'm going to scroll over to find that block I did. And I'm going to use the Control or Command key on my keyboard and just click on my block. And now if I want to use those same fabrics to color the rest, I'm going to go to the Fabric Tools under the Design, use my eyedropper tool, find the fabric, and then I can use my paintbrush to color everything. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this. And once I have that done, I can go ahead and add this to the project sketchbook. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like to see additional tips on how to make this block more piecing friendly for using jelly rolls, check out my related blog post. While you are there, go ahead and also check out my class offerings for EQ8 and sign up for my weekly newsletter to continue to receive these tips and tutorials.